Well, good afternoon and welcome to Östersund. Just picking up on the start now of the men's pursuit competition. And leading out for Canada, of course, it's Jean-Philippe Legelec. A wonderful performance yesterday with perfect shooting, but the rest of the best in the world are going to be chasing him down on the track. And well, there he goes, a comfortable start. And he needs to just try and keep his control throughout the race if he's to remain in first position to the line. 4 shoots today. The first 2 times were in the prone position, and the last 2 times into the shooting range in the stand position. Labe Lund, number 7, Svendsen. Svensen's got some work to do. 35 seconds to pull back, followed by Birnbacher. And it's just fast and thick. There's so many athletes. In fact, on a 30-lane shooting range, we've got 1 minute separating the top 30, 1 minute 20 seconds. So it's going to be a very busy range when they come in for the first time. The 23 lining up, Anton Shipulin, disappointed after yesterday in the stand. He missed 3 in the stand. The wind played a huge part in yesterday's competition, allowing Legelec, and as he said, on a special day when the wind is difficult, that's when you've got to be at your best, and he put it together so well. It's going to be mayhem out on the tracks, so busy, and with that comes a little tension. Up the front though, Legelec has got space, he's got freedom, and of course a gap of 18 seconds back to Boeuf. Well, the secret in this competition is to try and remain relaxed, but you're trying to close the gap on the athlete ahead of you, so at all times you're aware of where you place in this one. Some react better, some fail a little in this one, especially on the shooting range. Christoph Suman, bed 3, just going through. Chased down by Svendsen, dancing his way up the short, sharp climb. Now it's a little descent. Allows some form of recovery, though not an awful lot. Fourcade, Martin Fourcade, the best in the sprint competition overall last year, the best in the pursuit. Can he move himself up from 10th? But he's only 40 seconds behind. I think he can. Jean-Philippe Legelec, the man from Canada, the first time to take a World Cup victory. Can he make it 2 days in a row? Certainly looks comfortable at the moment, trying not to over-panic with this new situation, leading the rest of the world over the pursuit competition. Bib number 7, Svendsen, is absolutely attacking. He was some 35 seconds behind. He's closed that gap all the way down to 15 seconds, and only 1.3 kilometers. Well, his strategy is clear for all the rest of the best to see, but they're not even attempting to match him as he's flying past. Well, further back down, the best of the Swedes actually yesterday. Bjorn Ferry, bib 16, he's just gone through, and Ferry 46 seconds behind. He's pulled back 4 seconds on the lead, that is. Svendsen's fastest pace on the track so far. Good chance to see the tracks which they've been going around now for the last 3 competitions, first of which started Wednesday. There's nothing really majorly difficult in these twists and turns. You are dropping off this one at about 45 kilometers an hour at the fastest segment, but at all times it doesn't allow full rest and recovery, because you have to be balancing on these tight bends, working your way out of them, working your way into them. Legelec, I think, keeping it within his comfort zone. He's trying not to panic. He's fully aware, with the likes of Svendsen, Fourcade, and of course Boeuf there, just being caught now by the chasing Svendsen. Boeuf, for me, looks a little tense, just working hard to try and hold the second place into the range. Svendsen's got it down to 14 seconds, 14.9, and that's from a start time of 35 behind the lead time. Now, it's very important. You can see the track from here on in. It's a descent, so you can get some recovery here. We climb up again in the fast spin left down into the flat area of the stadium. And at some point, you've got to try and reduce your pulse rate. Get your breathing under control to build the position for the first of the prone shoots. And here we are into the range for the first time. Arnd, delighted yesterday with his athlete's performance. And I think you could say, looking on a little anxiously, the tension absolutely fell through the coaching staff. Now that's Jean-Philippe just trying to get the blood flow back into his hands. These cold temperatures. The wind is a little kind at the moment. The flag's just fluttering gently from the left. Well, you just can't wish for a better start than the perfect 5 out of 5. The Canadian Hegle putting it together so perfectly. Svendsen chasing him down. Birf came in maybe just a little over his comfort zone. He's missed 1. Lund has missed 3. That's a major setback. Fourcade taking his time. He did tell us that he's improved on his speed of releasing the first shot. I haven't seen any evidence. He's been careful, slipping off the mat. Oh, so cold, the mats have iced over here. Berger's in. Landetinga clear. Bjorn Ferry, that's what the big cheer was for. He's gone 5 out of 5. Great start to his first time in on the shooting range. Mesetic, as expected, clear. Benjamin Vega, I thought would do well today. He's missed 2, putting himself at major disadvantage. Ole Einar Bjørndalen, missing his 3rd shot. Can he get the last 2? Well, 1 penalty for Bjørndalen. He would have preferred the perfect clear. And psychologically, so important to try and get your first 5 shots. Then you're still in the race on the track. Turning left onto the 150-meter penalty loop. It's not only a disadvantage in terms of the time that you ski around it, but the psychological effect when you're trying to get back onto the track in the knowledge that you've lost 23 seconds. Well, that's how to keep control. As Jean-Philippe said yesterday, when asked what's it going to be like leading the world, he said, well, I'll be running for my life. So far, so good for the Canadian. Well, we're going to take a very quick break, but we'll be back for the action on the track here in Östersund. Welcome back to Östersund. We've just been through the first of the 4 shooting bouts and back on the track, coming up to 3.8 kilometers. Hegle still leading for Canada, but being closed down, well, very quickly on the track by Svendsen. Svendsen left the shooting range 12.4 seconds behind. He's closed that down by 10 seconds. Suman staying in there with them. Ustigov, very good performance from Ustigov, 11th up to 4th. And as expected, Fourcade just don't think he's gone on to his full turbo drive yet. There's plenty of distance left in this race to up his pace, I'm quite sure. But I can just tell you that from the best 30 leaving the first shoot, only 4 have missed the targets. 3 of those only missed 1, including Ole Einar Bjørndalen. And Lund has gone and missed 3. So bib number 5 is down in 30th position. He started 5th, now in 30th. And that's what happens when you have to go around the penalty loop. Well, a definite lead pack developing here, and you just get the impression that Svendsen isn't going to rest in behind Jean-Philippe for too long. He'll want to get past, he'll want to set himself, he'll want to try and hurt the rest of the field in terms of their pace, their breathing, and their pulse rate coming into the range on the second time. Remember, it's a prone shoot, a lying down position shoot, second time in. And then the standing for the last 10 shots. Each time it's the same track the athletes ski around. Is a 2.5 kilometer. Well, perceived by many here and the World Cup that this is one of the, certainly the easier courses. There's no major fast downhills. There are steep hills, but they're gradual. And it is a course where so many can pack so tight. For example, the top 60 only from the sprint race yesterday can take part today. Only 2 minutes and 19 seconds separating those top 60. I'm delighted to say that Lee Jackson, our British athlete in the race today, starting number 57. He shot well yesterday in what was very difficult conditions. He missed 2 out of 10. Just try and get a placing on some other athletes after the first shoot. Well, Langetinga, I mentioned, started 22nd. He's moved up into 14th position. Jacko, the British athlete, down in 57th at the moment. He unfortunately missed 2 targets first time in. Let's hope he can hold the nerve together for the next 15 shots. So back to the front. Looks to me like Christoph Suman, bit restless in 3rd place. He's moved up to the front. He did say he had fantastic skis yesterday, and well, the descent down to the stadium allows skis to run, and if you are slightly faster, and it takes you to the front. Christoph Suman, lane 1. Legelic, lane 2. Svendsen, lane 3. Ustikov, 4. Birnbacher, 5. And Fourcade. Huge names in biathlon. All together. Well, Legelic missed the first shot. Fast shooting though, he didn't break his routine. Christoph Suman missing 2. So unexpected. Birnbacher shoots fast, is accurate. Svendsen did the same. Martin Fourcade just being very careful. He admitted he didn't feel totally on form, and when you're not really on your best form, it does take that little longer to recover. So being careful on the range, losing some 5 seconds to the rest. Some great shooting today. With the difficulties of the strong wind yesterday, it feels good when the rifle isn't moved around in the gusts of wind. Now, fast and furious on the range. They'll be packing in from lane number 1 again. Those coming in for their 2nd shoot. Now, Björn Dahlin way down on the far left of the range. He's missed his 4th shot. But shooting very fast, Björn Dahlin. If he can hold it together in the stand with a 10 out of 10, quite sure he can move forward into the top 20, possibly even higher. Well, what a race. At the moment, it's Birnbacher, as you can see there on the screen. He's ahead of Ustikov, who has also shot the perfect 10. Svendsen in 3rd, and Martin Fourcade some 14 seconds behind. So a lead group of 3 have evolved at this stage. 26th position. The smooth, the easy skiing of Lars Berger. Berger, he's only missed 1. Well, there we are. Birnbacher, Ustikov ahead of Svendsen, 3rd place. And Fourcade down in 4th position. We'll take a very quick break. Welcome back to Östersund. We're coming up to the 6.3 kilometer mark now. And we've got the definite pack at the front, being chased down by Martin Fourcade. There he is, bib number 10. He was 14 seconds behind, leaving the range. He really has picked up the pace now. Svendsen just, he did a lot of hard work early on, Svendsen. He's deciding to tuck in behind Birnbacher and Ustikov. Ustikov leading the way. Ustikov has had his best results here for some time. He was 5th in the individual, the 20 kilometer, back on Wednesday. And now he's moved from 11th some 42 seconds off the lead when he started, up into front place, on first position. Now you just sense that the pace has calmed a little. Svendsen's just taking it easy in third place there, allowing Martin Fourcade to absorb this breakaway group. Fourcade there in fourth, just so strong. Gets great compression through the skis, dropping through the arms as well, using his body weight to force the edges and give all that forward thrust, all that forward energy. Fourcade closing in on the top three. And well, just looking back to last year's performances here, it was Martin Fourcade who took the victory, and Svendsen took second place, missing 2 targets that day. Fourcade shot the perfect score last year. And in third place last year, he's not here with us this time. He's had quite a bad fall off his mountain bike. Jaroslav Sukuk took third place last year. He moved forward from 7th up into third. Now, so much, as we've seen already, so much can change on the shooting range. So this chasing, we've got the lead pack of 4 now. Martin Fourcade has really pushed hard to make sure he made contact. But look at this chasing group. 10 athletes, and any one of these 10, should the shooting go bad for the lead 4, have an opportunity to move up into the top bracket. Everything to fight for, and in fact we'll see even changes right through to the final time in on the stand shoot. So into the range for the 3rd time and for the first of the 2 stand shoots. A further 2.5 kilometers covered. Fatigue is being felt in the legs. There's Legelic in this chasing pack of 10. So Legelic still well and truly towards the front of this one. A little error there on his one target missed. You lose so much. You lose contact with the lead pack. Now the coaches are just hoping that the wind is remaining as calm as it has been for the prone shooting. Now I saw Martin Fourcade just go close to the coach's pen. I think he threw his glasses to his coach. You're not allowed to leave anything on the firing point. Östersund closest to the camera. Birnbacher, lane 2, Svendsen 3. Martin Fourcade in 4. Well, the pressure builds and builds. Birnbacher's missed one. Fourcade's missed his last shot, the same as Svendsen. The last shot is the difficult one. You begin to think. Thinking puts you off, puts you under pressure. Östersund, so far so good. With perfect shooting and clear snow, a positive gap from him to the next athlete. And that gap is on 12, 13, 14 seconds. It's going to be as much as 20, 21. In fact, 18.7. Svendsen, Birnbacher flying around the penalty loop. There's Martin Fourcade taking a little longer on the range. 25.7 seconds behind now. So the chasing 10 have made contact in the shape of Burf in second place. Legelic, wonderful, coping with pressure. Moving into that lead section as well. Schipulin from 23rd up into 10th position. He started 1 minute 8 behind Schipulin. He's got it down to 38 seconds. The intensity of this race from when it was first introduced back in 97, I believe it was, in Novosibirsk in Siberia. The intensity builds and builds. The fatigue is felt more and more as each shooting bout passes. So confirmation after the 3rd shoot. It is Östersund in first, Alexis Burf in second, and Svendsen never far off that top 3 in this race. Further down, the best of the Swedes is Bjorn Ferry in 12th, only missing 1 shot, and Schemp down in 13th. Bjorn Dahlen, 21st position. Well, the second last rotation of 2.5 kilometers and into the woods. Straight line distance, we're only about 400-500 meters from the range, but the curving track here, for every flat section, we're spinning back up into a steep climb, and this is a steep climb, foreshortened by the camera. Ustugov has shown us very good ski form this season, and all last season his averages placed him in the top 4 overall in ski speed, and this new season he hasn't lost any of that speed. Martin Fourcade jumping his way up the hill. Legelic just losing a little pace there on the hill, but I think doing so well. A new situation from yesterday's victory to find himself at the front of the field today. Now this is well, as they dropped over the top there, you get a little recovery before a very tight right-hander, and then it's all climbing up to the 8.8 kilometers. Ustugov not backing off even a little. He's keeping this momentum, the pace that he's set. He has to live with it. Good drop through the arms. Svendsen, when he decides to take another gear, another push forward, he really can break the rest of the field. 14 seconds when he left the range, Svendsen. It was 19, so quite easily pulling back 5 seconds on Ustugov. I think Svendsen's policy here is right. I've got to try and put Ustugov under as much pressure, therefore making sure he hears me coming into the range. And certainly when you're aware of an athlete coming alongside you, especially at the sharp end of the race, you cannot but hear the athlete beside you, the breathing, the skis as they come into the shooting mat beside you. Emil Hegle Svendsen moving up into second place. Martin Fourcade, bib 10. He's done well to move up into third. Comfortably behind, we can just see in the far distance the 2 French suits, the bright on black. That's Boeuf in 4th place. I'm a little surprised that Martin Fourcade hasn't put a huge effort in to close down on Svendsen. He's realizing that if he tries that, he will put himself way over his comfort zone and therefore his danger zone when it comes into the range. Another small opportunity to recover, but it's not for long. Sweeping to the right, then very fast to the left, and then back up this climb that we see Ustugov on. 25 minutes gone. 9.6 kilometers. Svendsen is really working now. Could this be his undoing? Well, we know Ustugov can hold the pressure when he needs to. He proved that at the Olympics in Vancouver in the mass start, where the best 30, they start together. He went on to take that gold medal, shooting the perfect score. 20 shots fired, 20 targets hit. Never easy to do, but in a head-to-head situation, even more difficult. So into the stadium for the final time for Ustugov, chased down by Svendsen, and 2 Frenchmen chasing him down. Martin Fourcade, Alexis Boeuf, Birnbacher, there he is, leading for Germany, and Peiffer tucked in behind him. 1 Russian, 1 Norwegian, 2 French, and 2 German. All potential for a victory here, depending on what happens in this next 1 minute on the shooting range. Final shoot in the first pursuit race of this new season. Quite honestly, not much has changed. The same big names are at the front of this pack. And he's only got a slender advantage coming into the range, Ustugov. 13 seconds ahead of Emil Hegle Svendsen. You can just feel Ustugov. He demanded more air. The legs are shaking. And he's missed 2. Ustugov has missed the last one as well. The door is wide open for Svendsen, Birnbacher, Martin Fourcade, Arnd Peiffer, and Jean-Philippe Legelic, but Legelic's got to miss one, Svendsen's missed one. Boeuf took an age on the last shot, which really put him off. Legelic missing two. Maybe a chance for Schipulin. Well done to Birnbacher from 8th to 1st. Was that a little chat or a little comment over his left shoulder to Martin Fourcade? Only 0.3 of a second. Arnd Peiffer chasing them down now. Bjorn Ferry missing one his last time in, really destroying his chances of a podium. Volkov shooting well again for Russia. Bjorn Dahlen hasn't been his best day on the range, but he's back on ski form. Great to see Bjorn Dahlen back with in the top 5, top 6 ski times, and really setting himself up, I think, this season for some more victories. I'd love to see that. He has 93 already. But the man of the moment is Andreas Birnbacher. And the strength of his shooting skills. He shoots fast, he's fearless, and he's only missed 1 out of 20, the same as the man just going ahead of him. Martin Fourcade has shot 0-0-1-0. So important to be able to control your mind, your body on that final time in. And these two showed us how that is done at his best. Arnd Peiffer has just been left a little on the track, so he's asking a lot of himself now to try and close the gap. Svendsen in 4th, without a doubt, will be chasing down Peiffer. So 29 minutes just gone, and at the front of the field. He won here last year. Can he win again this year? Last year he only had to move from 4th up into 1st. This year, Martin Fourcade from 10th at the moment up into 1st. Birnbacher desperately trying to not allow Fourcade to take a victory here again. Now, what about Arnd Peiffer? Great job from 9th into 3rd position. He also missed just one target. Now, I think Svendsen, it's a huge gap. Svendsen will clearly be trying to take himself from 4th up into 3rd. Limit the points damage, which Martin Fourcade has over him. Of course, the combination when Fourcade won the individual race here, taking the full point. So 11.3 kilometers coming up. Well, how do you make an athlete go faster? You encourage them, you shout at them. Desperately trying to bring some more messages from the brain to the already fatigued muscles. The coach is trying everything, telling Peiffer, the German coach, absolutely letting him know, you must keep the force, or Svendsen's going to have you. 23, Anton Schipulin. Right up there, Schipulin missing one as well, but totally finding his ski speed again today. Good day for the Russians. Garanashev has moved from 19th up to 9th. Ustikov, well, we saw him, unfortunately, missing 2 in the last time in. From 11th to 10th, and one of the best performances, certainly on the range, Alexei Volkov from 28th up into 11th after the 4th shoot. Martin Fourcade has tried, he really has tried to break the German Birnbacher. Birnbacher's having none of it. But look at the chasing down from Svendsen behind his teammate Peiffer. Peiffer had, what was it, 7 seconds? In fact, 11 seconds lead on Emil Hegle Svendsen as he left the range. It's down to 2 seconds now, and you just sense, you feel that Svendsen's going to move up into 3rd place. Won't have it all his own way because Schipulin is in there. At the front, Fourcade just checking out. Where's Svendsen? Yep, seen him. I think I'm safe. Just has to stay on his feet around the left-hander. Svendsen all the time. Svendsen's going to put in a massive attack, I'm convinced, up this climb to pass Arnd Peiffer. This is the place to go. Well, Svendsen's done it already. Peiffer's not really giving him a lot of space quite right. Svendsen double dancing his way on the right side of our screen. Fourcade holding the pressure at the front. Birnbacher not giving in. Peiffer still holding. Svendsen tactically went the wrong way. From first in the chase pack to third. Whoa! Fourcade, his legs are feeling the pace, the intensity. He's had to give this one to move from 10th into first place. Well, Svendsen, for me, is leaving it late. Has the potential to make third. Birnbacher just having that little glance to his left, staying on his feet. Now needs to line himself up for an attack to take the lead. Does Birnbacher? I like the way he's tucking low, he's staying low, using his amazing leg power, but he stumbled. One little stumble can cost so much. He has to go wide behind the leader of Fourcade. Svendsen trying to move up into third. Fourcade has taken it. Birnbacher second. Shipulin 23rd up into third position. A fantastic day for the Russian, and without a doubt the fastest time on the track. What an athlete, Martin Fourcade. He won the individual. Bad day yesterday on the shooting range, and he wins day 3 of racing in this new season. Well, the Russian suits now coming in thick and fast. Biathlon dropping down into 6th position. Well, you can see the positions there. Milashko 7th, Östersund put it together until the final shooting, missing 2 the last time in. Garanichev 9th, Volkov, the perfect shoot. Simon Eder, just like last year, has also completed the perfect shoot, 20 out of 20, and the first of the Swedes, Björn Ferry. And I think they'll be a little disappointed with the Swedish performances here. I know the wind was the factor yesterday, but Björn Ferry coming in 14th position, 59 seconds behind. Well, what a race. And so many will be asking, what do we have to do to break Martin Fourcade? Hard to break on the track. Doesn't make many errors on the shooting range. And well, there's Björn Dahlen. You can see 1 minute 8 seconds behind, up into 19th position. Well done to Björn Dahlen to move up from 34th. And Björn Dahlen shooting 1-1-0-1. He missed 3 targets. Well, the action, some of the lower numbers coming in. Well, in fact, a very good start for Suman, but a very poor ending for Christoph Suman. I can tell you why. He shot 0-2-2-1. And 5 penalties, just too much for Suman. Yesterday, he only missed 1 in the sprint race, the 10-kilometer, finishing in 3rd. The talented Norwegian Bjørntegard, 32nd position. Such a good team the Norwegians have, but the inexperience of Erlend Bjørntegard, 0-1-1, and 3 targets missed last time in. So just missing or feeling the pressure at the end. Well, welcome back to Östersund. The lower numbers just coming in. 52 just crossing the line now, and that's Dessau. Just try and get an idea of how he shot it. It really is about shooting today. And for the Frenchman, 0-0-3-1, so 4 targets missed. And well, the action once again, as it was at this time last year, Martin Fourcade keeping so cool. He didn't risk pushing the big pace early on. It's only 12.5 kilometers, but I think he paced it so intelligently. He put in an attack on the second round of the 2.5 kilometer to pull time back, and then he stayed in the lead group. The absolute hunter that he is. And on the final time into the range, he was very calm, very controlled, and managed to clear 5 out of 5. Only 3 athletes from this best 60 in the world managed to hit all 20 targets today. Alexei Volkov, I mentioned earlier, from 28th to 10th. And as he did last year, Simon Eder, I should say, the perfect score. He started in 6th, he dropped down to 11th. Well, another chance to look at how this man puts it together so well. Martin Fourcade. Just no expression. No emotion, no expression. Just doing what he's trained for all summer long. A 200 and what was it, 25-day gap from World Cup at the end of March to our races here at the, of course, the end of November, beginning of December. And Fourcade has worked and worked on technique, endurance, and also on his shooting. And once again, standing at the top of the world. Birnbacher, I thought that was brilliant. Just one target missed from 8th up into 2nd. Anton Shipulin all the way up from 23rd, start number today, into 3rd position. Further down there's Simonator with a perfect score. Florian Graf, I thought he might hold it together, but I think the early pace pushed him back. He missed 4. Lars Berger, good shooting for Lars Berger, 24th down into 26th. Well, I certainly hope you've enjoyed this as much as the fans here have, and as much as I have. The pursuit is always excellent. Well, as the men go out on their warm down, the women are coming out for their warm-up, but next it's the Nordic combined from Kuusamo. It's the cross-country part of their race, the women's biathlon, 14:20 Central European time, and then the alpine skiing later on this afternoon. Martin Fourcade, as he did last year, once again, he's taken the victory here in Östersund. My name's Mike Dixon, thank you for watching. I'll be back later with the women's pursuit race.